but then when the giants of Glasgow collide, there are usually quite a few things to settle, and Rangers have a need for revenge too. Arsenal and Spurs try, Liverpool and Everton try, Man United and Man City try, Newcastle and Sunderland try, but they just can't get close to this. It's the ultimate derby. It's Rangers against Celtic, and there is nothing like it.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be any different at all, and I have to say that. I know the championship is over, but there might be just a little bit of needle in this match. There's been a lot of comment from either dressing room about the merit of the opposition, if you like. Rangers, of course, will want to put the marker down for next season, and Celtic will want to prove that they are worthy champions. So I think this will be a decent 90 minutes for them.
Celtic haven't beaten Rangers here at Ibrox for 6.5 years. Their last triumph 2-0 in August 1994. John Collins and Paul McStay, the scorers. Ian Lennon getting plenty of stick in his first appearance at this stadium. But Douglas conceded 5 here in November. We all wondered how Celtic would respond to that heavy defeat. Well, their response was a 24-match unbeaten run. Lambert's throw. Larson, it's away by Barry Ferguson, who scored the opening goal when the teams met here in November, but was sent off in the 6-2 defeat at Celtic Park. Thompson. Ramon Vega. That one's going to go past Johnson and Larson, though, and through to Rangers' German goalkeeper Stefan Klos. Dick Advocaat won 5 out of a possible 6 honours in his first 2 seasons in charge of Rangers, but this campaign has been one to forget. But maybe today will be a day to remember. Albert, fouled by Tommy Johnson.
It's going to be a difficult 5-10 minutes or so, Ian, for Stuart Dougal, because he'll be reluctant to dish out too many yellow cards in the early stages of the match. And this game is exceptional. It's very, very meaty early on, and if he does show too many yellows, he could have to produce a couple of reds later on in the game.
Albert switching it away to Craig Moore, who's been away on international duty with Australia recently. The Aussies sneaked a couple of wins, didn't they, in their World Cup qualifiers. Lubomir Moravcik. Paul Lambert, who scored in that 6-2 win. Ferguson, and now Rod Wallace. It took a deflection. Corner.
Yeah, going to a nice little bit of space there, Rod Wallace. That's what he'll try and do this afternoon, playing between the middle and front. And the danger here was that the deflection took a bit of dip and ended up behind Brad Douglas. Came off the right foot of Ramon Vega there.
This is George Albert's kind of game. His corner went towards Amoruso, who still might make something of it. And again. Hunterman into the path of his fellow countryman Fernando Rickson, who's tripped, and Johnson has plenty to say to Rickson about that.
I certainly want to word with Tommy Johnson here, because Stuart Dougal has to send out the right message. It's a clumsy challenge at best there by Tommy Johnson. Once again, Rickson prepared to get himself forward.
Ticking off for Tommy Johnson. And a free kick for Rangers. Ferguson's free kick. Away by Mialbi, and then by Moravcik. But it comes to Bert Ponteman. Alberts, axled by Lennon. You have to go back 13 years to 1988 to find the last time Celtic managed back-to-back league wins over Rangers. Here's Craig Moore. Straight down the throat of Ramon Vega. Valharan. Here's Thompson. Vega. Amoruso's header towards Rickson. Say what you like about Lorenzo Amoruso, he usually fancies these games and saves his best for them. Now Johan Mjällby, who made his Celtic debut against Rangers in a 5-1 win a few seasons back. Foul.
Look at how quickly Barry Ferguson presses the ball here. Moravcik upon his first touch there, flattered by Barry Ferguson. I think Rangers slightly fortunate to get the free kick, I have to say, but no one getting any time on the ball.
Alberts lifts it in, away by Valharen, comes to Ferguson, back to Barry Ferguson, Flo inside, grappling with Mjällby, bit of a Scandinavian contest, and the decision goes in favour of Celtic. Only 4 Scots start Scotland's biggest match. 13 different nationalities represented out on that field today. Martin O'Neill has wrestled the title away from Rangers. Valharen leaves it for Alan Thompson, who was sent off here in that 5-1 defeat, but who scored the winner in the last league meeting between the sides. Mjällby. Larsson's flick came at Tommy Johnson at a fair pace. Here's Lambert arriving on the scene. Oh, Moravcik almost running into Alberts. Lennon. Valharen. Neil Lennon. Here's Alan Thompson with a chance to deliver. Away by Lorenzo Amoruso, and now Alberts. It broke kindly for Jos Valharen. Tommy Johnson looked like he was going to stumble. Ooh. It was a rather fierce challenge. Dougal might have to take action here.
There was a meaty one on Tommy Johnson from Craig Moore first of all, but then the ball broke in between Tommy Johnson and Barry Ferguson. And the Rangers skipper wasn't for pulling out of this one. That is a bad tackle because he's caught Thompson clearly with the studs there, and it's a reckless challenge at best.
Well, Stuart Dougal sent Barry Ferguson off in the first Old Firm game of the season, and he has given him the first yellow card of this showdown.
It's the last thing he needs, Barry Ferguson, to get booked as early in the game, and he's such a big influence for Rangers that it means that he can't afford to miss time a tackle in this, what, 83 minutes left in the game.
Neil Lennon takes the free kick, and Mjällby came in round the back. Ooh, and Rangers held their breath. Mjällby and Amoruso going for it, and the big Italian felt that he was fouled.
Well, Alan Thompson takes a real sore one here from Barry Ferguson, and he can have no complaints whatsoever about the yellow card there.
Didier Agat's cross, away by Konterman, and then by Amoruso. In the previous 4 Old Firm encounters this season, there have been 6 red cards, and Ferguson got one of them in the very first meeting. Fakal will be a little concerned that his captain is already treading carefully. George Alberts, his 23rd Old Firm game. Hit that straight in a gap. Lambert. Newman concedes the free kick. A foul on Didier Agat. Celtic have so often been in the shadow of their city rivals in recent years, but not this season. Rangers have had to take a back seat, and we might see today just how much that hurts. Konterman. Oh, Henrik Larsson was lurking. Here is Ferguson. Moore, Flo. Rangers have actually lost their last 2 home games in the league. The last time they lost 3 in a row here was in the mid-1980s. They have won their last 2 away games, however. Amoruso seeking out Flo. Valharan away to Thompson, the victim of that Ferguson challenge. Lennon. Now Wrexham. Flo, not many around him at the moment. He might not need anyone. Crowded out in the end though, Paul Lambert's team back.
I needed a bit of help there, Ian, but Flo did very well to hold it up. A terrific first touch.
Well, he has taken his tally to 11 goals in 19 games for Rangers, which is not bad going, I guess. But still got a bit to prove north of the border. Arthur Newman. Ferguson. Wallace. Craig Moore. And it goes from Moore towards Flo. And Mialbi probably did enough. It's going to be a corner.
There's a bit of jostling going on between the pair here as the ball come over here, and Mialbi did just enough there to get the ball behind.
What the Rangers fans would give to see a goal go in front of the Celtic fans at that end. Albert sends it in, Wallace with a flick on! Well, Dodds was trying to get on the end of it. Celtic have survived.
It's good defending by Alan Thompson in a crucial header, because Rod Wallace puts this into a very dangerous area. Alan Thompson on the left-hand post steps out and does his job so well here.
Well, he seemed to be going nowhere at Aston Villa, but he's definitely going somewhere with Celtic. Celtic have won 3 of their last 4 meetings with Rangers, and they've not been able to come up with a statistic like that for some time. Larson. Here's Lubomir Moravcik. Larson trying to get in, he collides with Craig Moore and gets the free kick for Celtic.
Yeah, I think if anything he just gets a bit close here, and Henrik Larsson likes defenders in tight on him, that's how he spins them. This will give Alan Thompson, I would imagine, or Lubomir Moravcik, a chance to put Stefan Klos under pressure, because Rangers will have to defend this goal side of the penalty spot.
It's going to be whipped in by Neil Lennon. Oh, it went all the way across. Mialbi was the nearest man to it for Celtic.
I'll tell you what, it's not a bad ball. And with a more willing back post runner, Celtic should have had someone on the end of that. It's into a terrific area. I really don't know why Mialbi didn't commit himself all the way here. Tore-André Flo perhaps doing just enough to nudge him out of it, but a good ball in there.
Victory for Rangers would guarantee them second place and a Champions League berth, although they're pretty sure of it anyway. Well clear of Hibs now. High boot from Valharan on Dodds, and a free kick for Rangers, who a year ago this very weekend were presented with the Scottish Premier League trophy. A bit different this time around. Dodds, perfect pass for Fernando Rickson. Now Albert, onto that left foot, is it? No, it's onto the right foot, and it's wide.
Well, it all came from a terrific reverse ball from Billy Dodds to release Fernando Rickson on the right-hand side. Terrific ball there. Rickson comes across. They're trying to get Alberts on the ball in areas that he does his best work. Can't take it on his left, and gets nowhere near the power of direction on his right.
Well, he's banged in a few in Old Firm games down the years, George Alberts. Wallace. Rickson. Now Ferguson. Rickson, neatly on to Wallace. Ferguson. Alberts. Newman is hugging the touchline. Dodds. Newman takes it back. Ramon Vega slid in. It might just slip away from Neil Lennon. It does. In 21 games for Celtic. Neil Lennon has been on the winning side 19 times and drawn the other 2. Flows centre, duly dispatched by Ramon Vega. Quarter of an hour played, no goals, but Rangers with a chance to put a bit more pressure on. Richardson's throw. Ramon Vega sends it back in his direction. The subject of the player cam for the next 15 minutes will be Neil Lennon putting himself about on Sky Digital Channel 404. Richardson's long throw. Hang on, feeling a deja vu as it comes back to him from Vega. Alberts. Never afraid to have a go, but it was always going to be a bit tricky for him.
Well, with this guy you never know, Ian, because he's capable from, 30 yards in. Once again, he only has one thing in his mind there, getting the shot away quickly. He doesn't really get any movement on the ball there, but Celtic really can't afford to back off him from that sort of distance.
Albert's header. Rickson could well be a key man for Rangers with his rampaging runs on the right. In his previous 2 Old Firm games, he was substituted after 22 minutes and sent off after 44 minutes. So if he makes it to the second half of this one, he'll be a happy boy. Thompson. Larsson losing out. Mialbi. Lambert leaves it for Ramon Vega. Celtic have only conceded 3 goals in the 14 league games he's played in. Konteman's header will carry back to Kos.
Craig Moore was in a great position though, just tucking in behind Bert Konteman, who found himself underneath the ball forward.
Here is Lorenzo Amoruso. Just back from injury. Played at Dundee last week. Amoruso stepping away from Larsson, giving Flo something to chase, but that will be Robert Douglas's ball.
Well, both sides having an equal share of the ball so far in, but for me, Rangers have settled a bit quicker than Celtic, just moving the ball a bit more freely than Martin O'Neill's side.
Moravcik came off Konteman, but Tommy Johnson will be first to react to it. Johnson finds his fellow Geordie, Thompson. O'Haran, of course, could have been a Rangers player. Dick Advocaat showed a bit of interest in him, but elected to sign Konteman instead. Flo taking on Valharan. He's got the beating of him. Ramon Vega stopped it getting to Dodds. Ferguson. Flo. Lennon. Rickson didn't keep it in. It's Martin O'Neill's 50th game in charge of Celtic. He's won 40, drawn 6, lost just 3. He's going to have to get his act together soon, isn't he? Here's Moravcik. A gap. Newman trying to stick with him, and he did. It's easier said than done. Lambert's throw to Tommy Johnson. It's going to be a free kick, and Mauriceau's challenge.
Yeah, it's a needless one as well, and he's given away a free kick in a very dangerous position. I mean, he wants to let Tommy Johnson know here he's tight, but you know, it's a needless barge. And once again, Rangers are going to have to defend this right on top of their keeper.
Some concern here for Rangers as Thompson whips it in, and we'll be happy to dig that one out. Lambert, Agat. Paul Lambert caught out by Barry Ferguson. Ferguson has got Dodds with him, but nobody else. It's some run for Barry Ferguson. He goes to Chip Douglas, and very nearly succeeds.
It's a terrific effort by Barry Ferguson. Good break by Rangers. Neil Lennon didn't want to commit himself here, just kept backing off. Barry Ferguson sees Rob Douglas off his line, and a very decent effort there from the Rangers captain. I think Celtic fortunate to get the goal kick there. I think Rob Douglas gets some of his right-hand glove onto that.
Yes, a good case for a corner, but a goal kick it is. Here's Rod Wallace. He's almost certain to be on his way at the end of the season. Ramon Vega. Up towards Larson, but that will disappear over his head, and that of Craig Moore's.
I don't think that's the kind of ball that either Johnson or Larson would appreciate. I know Larson's very good in the air, but I think Celtic's front pairing would far rather have it into feet this afternoon.
Rangers have lost 7 games in the league this season. That's as many as they lost in the previous 2 seasons put together. Dick Advocaat, the 3rd longest serving manager in the Scottish Premier League now, behind Bobby Williamson and Alex McLeish. Wallace, Ferguson, who came so close for Rangers. Craig Moore. Wallace, Ferguson. Here's Alberts. Billy Dodds. Newman. Rangers spraying the passes around. Alberts, brilliant. Back to Newman. There's the cross. Oh, and there isn't the goal for Rod Wallace, but it perhaps should have been.
It was so well constructed. What a good exchange between Newman and Alberts to release Newman. You won't get a better delivery than that. And Rod Wallace, well, no excuse. He's only 3-4 yards out, and Rangers should have been ahead. Terrific ball in from Newman, and chances really don't come any easier than that. Rob Douglas stranded on his line, the ball whipped in between keeper and last defender, and Dick Advocaat can't believe it.
Well, he hasn't scored at Ibrox for 7 months, but come to think of it, he's hardly been seen at Ibrox for 7 months, Rob Wallace. Really should have buried that, though. Can he make amends? When you get a chance like that in an Old Firm game, you have to take them. Larson's touch. And Mauriceau. He might have been fouled by Tommy Johnson, but still Dougal will let Rangers get on with it.
Yeah, I think he acknowledged there to Lorenzo Mauriceau that he had been clattered in, but let it go.
Fernando Rickson. Billy Dodds waiting to receive, not the best of first touches. Away by Ramon Vega, but Ferguson snaps it back to Wallace. Rickson is over there with him. Moravcik meets the cross. Celtic unruffled by that. Larson doesn't get the free kick. Here's Alberts. It's pretty comfortable for Robert Douglas.
And once again he finds a little bit of space to get into there, George Alberts, trying to hit it with slice again to move the ball. Doesn't really get a great deal of action on it, and an easy catch for Rob Douglas. But I think Rangers' 2 wide players are really imposing themselves. And you see that Rangers far more willing in front of goal, but their 2 wide players, Ian, are imposing themselves on Agat and Thompson. They're trying and succeeding at times in getting Rickson and Newman forward. And I think Martin O'Neill will be hoping that eventually Agat and Thompson can back the two Rangers wide players up.
Celtic created a Premier League points record, moving on to 91 last week. Larson trying to send it through to Tommy Johnson. Rangers have won the final Old Firm game in each of the last 4 seasons, and they'll be hoping to continue that tradition. Albert, straight through to Douglas. Celtic with an astonishing 29 wins in 34 league games this season. Their only defeat came here. Agat. He's running out under pressure from Arthur Newman. Here is Craig Moore, who missed so much of the season, having undergone several knee operations. Alberts. Newman. Mialbi nipping in. Lambert and Moravcik combining. Ooh, and Ferguson, well, he's got to be really, really careful. On a yellow card already.
That's the problem, in having been stupidly booked early in the match. You can't really afford the rashman. I think he tries to pull out of this one. He's committed here. But, you know, it's a clumsy challenge. And he's walking on eggshells from here on in this match. All for the daft challenge on Alan Thompson early on.
Well, Stuart Dougal, who sent Barry Ferguson off in the first Old Firm game of the season, might have to do it in the last one at this rate. But he's let Ferguson away with that one. But I can't imagine he'll get away with much more.
I think Barry Ferguson's fully committed. Then he remembers he's been booked and tries to get the left leg down. But he still takes Paul Lambert, nevertheless.
Lennon's free kick, and they didn't pick up Tommy Johnson, who tees it up for Didier Agat, but it cannons off Arthur Newman. It could be a throw. Agat, Alberts didn't really clear. It's bobbling around. Lennon. Thompson, Amoruso, away towards Billy Dodds. Mialbi, ooh, that was a bit of a crunch from Johan Mialbi.
I don't know why defenders take this chance in, because Mialbi's goal side, he sells himself actually. He really doesn't have to go for that. And having taken a sore one, Billy Dodds decides it's payback time.
Alberts floats it in, but that's going to be very easy for Robert Douglas, who, since he conceded 5 here in November, has only let in 5 in 17 league matches. Lennon. Thompson launching one. There's Paul Lambert. Thompson straight to Craig Moore. And Rickson did well to win that. Here's Alberts. Dodds. Hold it up well. Alberts. Ferguson. Lorenzo Amoruso skips through to Robert Douglas. For those of you watching on Sky Digital, You can check out Barry Ferguson on the player cam on channel 404, and that could be quite interesting. Lambert has prodded that one into touch. Celtic have won their last 10 matches. Agat, fouled by Larson on Amoruso.
Given for backing in, I think, as Agat tried to play the 1-2 up the line. Nice smile from Larson, but he's been marked very tightly, both by Amoruso and Craig Moore at times.
Here is Moore. Ritson. Conterman. Amoruso. Right by Mjolby. Another battle between Flo and Mjolby. Won by the Swede.
It's a battle that Tore André Flo's going to have to stand up in and be counted. And he's got terrific feet for such a big fella, but he really does need more of a physical presence, has to stand up a bit more than he has been.
He's a bit too nice sometimes, isn't he? Especially for an old firm game. Here's Johan Mjolby. Agat. Still going. Catch him if you can. Henrik Larsson. Blocked by Amoruso. Oh, Lambert took a bit of a sore one as he ran into Flo. Here's Van Haren. Mjolby. Johnson's flick, offside against Larson.
It must have been tight because Craig Moore is Rangers' last defender in the central area here. It's a good layoff. And yeah, Larson well offside.
Henrik Larsson with 8 goals in 14 games against Rangers in his time in Scotland. Alberts leaves it for Bert Conterman. Lennon beat Wallace to it. Larson pokes it through for Tommy Johnson, and Amoruso held firm.
Yeah, did well to get himself round the back in. Started the match very well, Lorenzo Amoruso.
Alberts, Rangers looking to create something with Flo. By Lennon. Stuart Dougal's just going to have a quick word with Craig Moore here. Just regarding an earlier challenge. Moore finds Wallace. Oops, he went behind Ferguson. Moravcik. Lambert. Down the line for Agat. Agat has managed to come out of that little scrap with Amoruso. Now he's taking on Alberts. And that's going to be a goal kick for George Alberts.
Yeah, just beaten by numbers here, Didier Agat. Rangers had 2 against 1. George Alberts providing the protection there for Amoruso, who Agat originally managed to get away from.
Ferguson. Here's Alberts. On to Arthur Newman, promising this for Rangers. Newman, though, held up temporarily by Mialbi, and Alberts can only help it across to Thompson. Larson tripped by Craig Moore.
Yeah, it's accidental, but once again, it's just because he's too close to me. And he's doing a very good job on him, I have to say, but he just gets too close here, and this is unintentional, I think.
Minutes of the first half remaining, no goals between Rangers and Celtic in the fifth and final Old Firm encounter of the season. Thompson's free kick. Ramon Vega looking to get on the end of it. He can't keep it in though.
I think they should push him forward more often, Ian, because Celtic are winning nothing in the air up there, and certainly from set pieces, even from deep areas, he's liable to get on the end of a long diagonal if you throw it in there.
Alberts. Fernando Rickson. Lambert's given it to Larson. Larson looking for Johnson. Conterman blocked him off, and Cross able to smother. Alberts. Dodds. Newman available nearby. Cut out though by Johan Mialbi. Celtic crowned champions for the 37th time in their history. Their 80th major honour. They're still 20 major honours behind Rangers, but I don't think they'll be worrying too much about that at this point. Of course, for a treble. They will meet Hibs in the Scottish Cup final in a month's time. Mialbi. Newman's got that covered. There's more football to come later. Blackburn hoping to get out of the First Division. Portsmouth trying to stay in it. It's next after the Old Firm game on Sky Sports 1 with interactive coverage available on Sky Sports Extra. Here's Johan Mialbi for the champion Celtic. Larson trying to shrug off Conterman. He succeeded in doing so, but Tommy Johnson didn't go where he thought he might. Ferguson. Flo. Moore. Here's Henrik Larsson, 49 goals this season. Lubomir Moravcik, away by Conterman. Ramon Vega actually got into the box then, he's still up there. Moravcik. Oh. Moravcik's cross. Here he is again. Now Thompson. Lambert. Johnson. Mialbi brushes past Billy Dodds. Ramon Vega. Lambert. Possession there, Celtic, but didn't end up doing much with it.
has found it hard so far, Henrik Larsson, because there's nothing coming in from the wide areas at all.
Wallace ran into Vega. Here's Lambert. Valharan. Moravcik. Valharan went for the return, in fact, but it was cut out by Ferguson.
That was an important touch there by Barry Ferguson. Valharan was going all the way there. Barry Ferguson's done a good job off the ball as well, Ian, because he's been given the job of looking after Lubo Moravcik, who really hasn't been in at all so far.
Header for Didier Agat. Vega away to Valharan. He missed both the Old Firm games in February after injuring his ankle. There were initial fears, in fact, that the ankle was broken, but it thankfully didn't turn out that way. Here he is again, Valharan. Moravcik. Into the path of Mialbi. Up to Tommy Johnson. Newman sorts it out. Alberts. Ferguson hassled by Lennon. Konterman calmly stepping away from Larsson. Ferguson again. Alberts. Flow. Mialbi crashed in, but Flow was held. It's a free kick.
Yeah, I think it's a good spot by Stuart Dougal. Good spin there by Toriandre Flo on the edge of the box. You can see Mialbi's right hand's got a firm grip of Toriandre Flo's right hand. Good spot by the referee. And well, Lorenzo's there as well, but you would think that Dick Advocat would want George Alberts on this.
Yes, both of them always rather keen to take it, but Alberts looks the favourite. It's certainly his kind of territory. Just before half-time, what Rangers would give for this one going in. George Alberts straight against the wall. Bit of an anticlimax. Amoruso lifts it back in. Robert Douglas should claim that, though. Douglas wasting no time in trying to find Moravcik. Frantic into the half as Alberts tries to inspire Rangers again, but that was pretty uninspiring. Straight to Lennon. Here's Moravcik, and now Lambert. Johnson. Agat. Is he going to get away from Arthur Newman? Not quite.
Well, possession dead level, and the action areas tell a similar story. But Dick Advocat knows that Rangers have passed up the best chance of the game from Rod Wallace's header.
And Maruso always enjoys these Old Firm occasions. Celtic have only lost 8 first-half goals all season in the Scottish Premier League, so it's no surprise that they haven't conceded. Ferguson. Still time, mind you, for Rangers to put a bit of a dent in that rather impressive record. Alberts. We're in the last minute of normal time, and there will be 1 minute of added-on time. Knows that his side have had the better opportunities. Martin O'Neill has won 3 of his 4 Old Firm games in charge of Celtic.
I think there's so little in coming in from the wide areas because the 4 wide players have more or less cancelled each other out. Rangers have managed once to get Newman down the outside in a bit of space, and didn't take the chance, but from there on in, very little service coming into the box from wide.
Moravcik. Neil Lennon. The boos for him have subsided a little, thankfully. Larson was closing in. Newman hoists it away. Lambert's header falls at the feet of Didier Gap. Tommy Johnson back now to Lambert. Celtic looking for a goal in first half injury time. Seconds of the half remaining and they have a corner.
Yeah, Tommy Johnson did well there under pressure from Amoruso to get Lambert away. And this is where Martin O'Neill would be hoping to cause Rangers problems. From set pieces, Mjällby and Vega, Valharan have gone forward. Larsson no slouch in the air either, of course.
Thompson delivers, and it's half-time. So nothing came of that in the end.
In widescreen, featuring Dolby surround sound with interactive coverage on Sky Digital Channel 404. Among the features on offer, Fan Zone, where you can hear the views of Rangers fan Ian Pagan and Celtic supporter Gary Hackett. That should be interesting. The Celtic supporters are ready, so are the Rangers fans. It's 0-0. Let's rejoin Davy Anian.
Thank you, Jim. The Old Firm story, chapter 2000-2001. 6-2 to Celtic in arguably British football's game of the season. 5-1 to Rangers in an extraordinary Ibrox return. 3-1 to Celtic and 3 red cards in the League Cup semi. 1-0 to Celtic, champion stuff. But who is going to have the last word this season? Since the Scottish Premier was formed in the mid-70s, there's only been 2 goalless draws between these teams here at Ibrox in 51 encounters. We started off, of course, with a real goal feast in the first 2 meetings of the season. Alan Thompson is on the player cam for Sky Digital viewers on Channel 404, one of the stars of this extraordinary Celtic season. Neil Lennon with his early free kick. Wallace, who squandered the best chance of the game. Fernando Rickson looking to get there. Mjällby did get there first.
That's a good tackle by Mjällby. That's what Rangers really have to do, try and get Rickson down the outside a bit more often. And as I said earlier, the 4 wide players really have cancelled each other out. Wallace and Moravcik likewise have hardly been in it. Neil Lennon has done a good job on Wallace, albeit for one occasion when he got away for the good chance. And Barry Ferguson has looked after Moravcik for most of the game. I think that's why there's so little happening at either end of the pitch.
Alberts. Amoruso. Craig Moore. Here's Rickson. And it's a new experience, by the way, for Fernando Rickson. He has made it into the second half of an Old Firm game. Ramon Vega. cut out by Billy Dodds. Here's Wallace. Ferguson looking for flow, but it will drift through to Robert Douglas.
That's a great example of the quick thinking and the ability of Barry Ferguson to play the telling pass away. Just a bit overhit though.
Here's Didier Gat, now Neil Lennon. Ramon Vega. And he's been tripped. Ramon, the right winger.
What's he giving here? A free kick and a throw in under pressure there from Arthur Newman. And it's a free kick. This looks Celtic's best bet for a goalie in a set piece. They're not really creating much at all in normal play.
Michael Haran has popped up with a few goals this season, likewise Mjällby and Vega, and the big three boys from the back are all waiting. Alan Thompson delivers. Kloss was fouled.
There's so much going on off the ball. It's difficult for referees these days, but you see Ramon Vega's left arm up over Lorenzo Amoruso, and he may have been the one penalised there. Alan Thompson just hanging it up there. Stefan Kloss only had one thing in his mind: try and fist the ball out of the penalty area.
For all their problems this season, Rangers have won 13 out of 16 league games here, but they lost to the other three, to Kilmarnock and the Dundee teams. They haven't drawn a match in the Scottish Premier League at home for over a year. Henrik Larsson on 49 goals for the season. He's got the free kick. The foul by Craig Moore.
Yeah, it's just Stuart Dougall's just showing him it's for persistent fouling, and he's pointing for the different areas of the pitch that he's done this before. And he's done a good job on Larsson, but you know, once again it means that he has to be very careful, can't afford to miss time one.
Craig Moore scored an own goal on his Old Firm debut 6 years ago. Yellow card in this game. Thompson's free kick away by Amoruso. This time the free kick will go against the Gat, despite his best innocent expression. Strangely enough, no Rangers player has managed to get into double figures as far as league goals are concerned this season. Dodds receiving from Flo, but Johan Mjällby is there for Celtic. Not kept in by Arthur Newman, it'll be a throw. It's going to go Rangers' way. Both these teams will be having a crack at the Champions League next season. Rangers all but confirming second place. Well clear of Hibs now. Gavacar really could do with a result here, though, in what has been a pretty poor season by the supreme standards set by this famous club.
I think if you offered either side a draw, they would take it in so they could walk out of here with their pride intact. Maybe we expect a bit too much from these sides, but it hasn't really happened this afternoon.
Rangers hoping it might happen for them now. Lorenzo Amoruso ready to take this free kick. Flo helped it on. Rickson is there. Rickson taking on Thompson. Free kick's been given for Rickson.
Yeah, Alan Thompson reckons he took the ball here. For me, he did take the ball. I think he's unlucky. Certainly he's leading with his right arm, they're both at it, but Thompson's heel clearly takes the ball there.
Rangers pile bodies into the box. Alberts, that fooled everybody, and Rickson's shot was blocked by Thompson, I think, rushing out.
Yeah, Celtic went to sleep, but we not picked up at all. Acres of room on the edge of the box. Disguised ball back here by George Alberts.
Well, after Fernando Rickson's Old Firm experiences this season, that would have been quite something for him. He managed to get a goal. Rangers champions 49 times, but being made to wait for number 50. Craig Moore. He was left out at Dundee last week because he'd only just come back from international duty with Australia. The Manchester United captain Roy Keane is in amongst the Celtic fans. He's expressed a desire to perhaps play here, well, not here, but play for Celtic one day. If he carries on talking like the way he has this week, it might be sooner rather than later. Rickson's throw, looking for Dodds. Rickson and Valharan on collision course.
Yeah, I think caught late there by Fernando Rickson. Well, Valharan actually caught Rickson. I think Stuart Dougal gets this one wrong because Valharan's right boot comes right down on top of Rickson. Rangers desperately unlucky for that to be given against them.
Definitely the definition of a high boot, for sure. Valharan's throw. It's come off Craig Moore. Celtic have only failed to score once this season. That was in a goalless draw on a blustery Edinburgh evening against Hibs. Celtic beaten just twice on their travels this season, here in November and in Helsinki in Europe, although that didn't matter because they still saw off HJK. Lambert helps it on to Didier Gap now. Celtic ready to have a go at Rangers. A gap though caught by Alberts, and Amoruso can bring it away. Into the path of George Alberts, from one end to the other. Alberts for Flo. Wallace. Dodds. Dodds threading it through, but it goes all the way through to Douglas.
And once again, Wallace had been prepared there to go beyond the front two. And he's very difficult to pick up when he gets himself into those kind of areas.
Didier Gap, both teams giving it a go now. A gap through towards Larson. But it was mopped up by Moore. Into touch from Kloss though. Lubomir Marabcic looking for a gat, but that particular route blocked by Lorenzo. Ferguson, who is on a yellow card, remember, likewise Craig Moore. Flo. Ferguson, it's his fourth Old Firm game as captain. Interposed Lorenzo Amoruso, who has picked out Arthur Newman. Moore. And again. Ferguson. Alberts. Neil Lennon tracked Ferguson all the way, but that's going to be a yellow card for Lennon, who really got stuck into Barry Ferguson.
Yeah, once again, there's no question about this one, Ian. And it's right in front of Stuart Dougal. Stuart Dougal actually has to jump over the ball, but he gets a good look at that. Neil Lennon well late, caught on the wrong side of Barry Ferguson there. And again, he can have no complaints about his punishment here. And it might be best part of 30 yards out, but you would imagine that George Alberts will fancy it.
Lennon, the first Celt to see yellow. And Maruso and Alberts will stand over the free kick. Ibrox holds its breath. It's Lorenzo Amoruso, but straight against the wall. I'm sure one day I'm going to see Amoruso send a 30-yard screamer into the top corner. But I'm still waiting. Continent. Alberts. Flow. Wallace looking to get away. Moravcik. He has got the free kick. Wallace paying a little too close attention to the skillful Slovakian.
Well, I can't remember the last time Celtic didn't have an attempt at goal, and Rangers have only had one on target, so by Old Firm standards, Ian, it's been pretty tame.
It's not often that these games don't live up to expectation, but maybe there's lots to come in the last half hour.
Yeah, Arthur Newman climbing over Didier Agathe here. And again, Celtic will send their three central defenders forward. And we hope they might get on the end of something. Once again, it'll be Thompson to try and play that dipping, swerving ball.
Alan Thompson, it's not bad, and Craig Moore deflected on. It'll be a corner. The Celtic fans have a perfect view of the action at that end. Most of them on their feet. Moravcik's corner. Ooh, it fizzed in towards the near post. There was a half-hearted handball shout. More from the fans, I think. Wallace, nice touch to Alberts. No real outlet for him. He's run into a gat anyway. And Mialbi typically putting himself about, but I think Stuart Dougal's going to take action against Eriksson here.
I think he just wants to watch Stuart Dougal. I think the card's going to remain in his pocket, Ian. But a claim there by the Celtic fans behind the goal for handball against Bert Consummate. Well, certainly strikes his arm, if not both arms, but it's all down to the intent.
Lennon's free kick. Larsson into the path of Lubomir Moravcik. He's through and he scored, and it's 1-0 to the champions, and it's little Lubo.
Well, Henrik Larsson does magnificently, and to hold it up under pressure from Bert Consummate, needed a bit of support. It came from Moravcik, who was prepared to get forward and help him, and from there on in he had the composure to pick his spot. Larsson holds it up, needs a bit of help here, gets it from Moravcik. Rangers just open up at the back, and Klaus is left exposed. A lot of work for Moravcik to do from here though, and head up as usual, just tucked it inside the right-hand post, and really his first major contribution to the match, Celtic's first attempt at goal, and a sweet moment for Martin O'Neill.
Well, he came off the bench to get the winner against Hearts last week. In from the start today, a little quiet perhaps, but once again he's made the difference as the offside flag goes up against the Rangers strikers. The third highest scorer for Celtic this season.
Larsson does so well here. Delightful layoff. Lubomir Moravcik got ahead of Barry Ferguson to get onto the end of it. terrific finish as well. And I think Dick Advocaat may be thinking about a change already.
Well, Marabchik quickly endeared himself to the Celtic fans when he scored twice in a 5-1 thrashing of Rangers just after arriving at Celtic. And it's his goal that separates the sides here. Larsson trying to get in. Rangers are going to make the change that you suggested, David, with Tugai, I think, getting ready to come on.
Yeah, immediately they lost the goal. Ian Dick Advocaat shouted to Tugai to get himself back to the dugout, so they're going to make a change as soon as they can here.
He's only started one Old Firm game, Tugai, but has come off the bench a good few times. He's about to do the same again. Kloss out to Conterman. Well, this would really rub it in for Rangers. Here's Alberts. It's the Celtic fans making all the noise, unsurprisingly, at Ibrox. Their first attempt on goal, and they score through Lubomir Marabchik. Wallace bundled over by Didier Agathe. That'll be a free kick. And Wallace's first half miss suddenly looks even worse as he's taken out by Ramon Vega. Another free kick.
Sudigo wants a word with Ramon Vega as well for this challenge, skinned there by Rod Wallace. Once again, the card stays in the referee's pocket though, as Rangers make the change.
Arthur Newman is the subject of the player cam for Sky Digital viewers as Bert Conterman comes off, so that Tugai can come on. Rangers' response to going a goal down is to make this change. On comes Tugai the Turk. Another free kick in Albert's territory, and Amoruso territory too, I guess, but the German taking a long runner. George Alberts gave it a real thump as usual, but Robert Douglas saw it go well wide.
Yeah, I think we'll see here the wall stands absolutely firm here, and I think he's trying to bend it right to left inside the right-hand post, or Robert Douglas's left-hand post, and didn't get enough movement on the ball.
Well, he's had a few digs from distance today, but then he usually does.
The Rangers have just gone man for man now at the back end, playing without the spare defender now.
Free kick has been given to Rangers. Amoruso. Celtic looking for their first win over Rangers here at Ibrox for 6.5 years. O'Hara in front of Flo, who fouled him anyway.
I think he's got to take the chance now, Ian, and just go man for man at the back. It'll give Rangers an extra man in midfield with Tugai probably playing between the middle and front. It's allowed them to push Rod Wallace a bit further forward as well. No real alternative now, but to go for it.
Here is Wallace. Now, it's going to come through to Henrik Larsson. Well, he still can't quite get number 50.
Well, he had time in to set himself and measure it. Onside, they're played onside by Lorenzo Amoruso on the far side, and by his own standards, a disappointing effort by Larsson. He's trying to dink it into the top right-hand corner over Stefan Kloss.
Well, what a moment for this young man. Sean Maloney, he looks pretty cool, doesn't he? 18-year-old is coming on to replace Tommy Johnson. What a way to make your entrance onto the big stage. Johnson is off and Maloney comes on, like for like really, although obviously we haven't seen much of this young man.
Well, good on Martin O'Neill for giving him the chance in this match, Ian. At times managers too reluctant to give the kids a chance.
Here's Henrik Larsson. Maloney ahead of him, offside.
Craig Moore just stepped up in time there, but I think you see already the pace of the youngster. Makes a good angled run here. Well, it's a fraction, if anything.
Midway through the second half, Celtic 1 up through Lubomir Moravcic's goal. Dodds trying to do something about that. Here's Fernando Rickson. Ferguson. Away by Valhaeren, on by Thompson. Larsson unable to keep it in. After this Old Firm game, it's Blackburn Rovers hoping for a place in the Premiership and Portsmouth hanging on to a place in the First Division on Sky Sports 1 with interactive coverage on Sky Sports Extra. Moore's throw to Dodds. Ferguson, Alberts. Newman. Alberts being hassled and harried by Maloney, but he has got the throw. Dodds, just tripped by Valhaeren. Again, it's a long way out. No shot this time, not from Alberts anyway. Two-guy. Dodds. Oh. Lennon has put it through to Maloney. Only Craig Moore is back. Maloney to Henrik Larsson. Larsson gives it back to the youngster Maloney, but it's straight at Kloss.
I think an older head would have taken a touch. He had plenty of time there. You can understand his anxiety to get the shot away. Celtic at 3 against 1. Paul Lambert goes left of Henrik Larsson. Larsson plays the kid in. He could have taken a touch. Put that one down to experience, I think, as Lorenzo Amoruso requires attention.
Well, there's a bit of a delay in the proceedings, and this is why Lorenzo Amoruso hurt here.
Neil Lennon fully committed there as he tried to play the ball forward and certainly caught Lorenzo Amoruso on the follow-through.
Well, this young boy Maloney, who's come on, is having the time of his life right now, despite that miss.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the chance came just a bit too quickly for him. I mean, he'll still be trying to breathe in this atmosphere this afternoon. But he had time to take a touch.
Well, sadly for Rangers, it doesn't look too good for Lorenzo Amoruso, who, like so many of their players this season, has had his fair share of injury problems.
Yeah, that's a very, very sore one there as Neil Lennon played the ball forward. It was a follow-through that did the damage there for Lorenzo Amoruso.
Well, of course, they'd already taken Conterman off, but they've now lost Amoruso, and Fabrice Fernandez is coming on, the man who spent so much of the season with Fulham, on loan from the French club Rennes, though, for the rest of the season. Scored a few seconds after coming on for his debut at Motherwell. Dick Advocaat has actually said that he expects a little bit more from him. Fernandez has the chance to deliver, but sadly Lorenzo Amoruso will play no further part.
I'm just surprised it's Fabrice Fernandez who's coming on. I would have thought that Scott Wilson would have been the automatic replacement. I think it means that Arthur Newman now will tuck in and pick up Maloney there, with Craig Moore continuing to pick up Henrik Larsson.
Fernandez hasn't come on yet. Here's Dodds. I think that Dodds taking on Valhaeren. He managed to get his cross in, but it lands on the roof of the net. I think they are going to bring on Scott Wilson as well, so both of them are coming on. The first change, we'll see Billy Dodds come off, in fact, for Fabrice Fernandez, so that's cleared that one up. Dodds replaced by Fernandez, and Amoruso, who's been stretchered off. will be replaced by Scott Wilson.
Yeah, I'm sure Wilson will go and pick up, and it should allow him to push Rod Wallace on now, with Fernandez playing left side.
Scott Wilson has put in some solid and assured performances for Rangers this season. He's actually their longest serving player, even though he's only 24. Sure, Dick Avacam, I think it's rather typical that he should lose Amoruso to injury in what has been an injury-hit season. Lennon finding Thompson. Here's the goal scorer, Moravcik. Maloney. Lambert. And they'll be more than happy to go back to Douglas as they sit on this 1-0 lead. Maloney's flick. Oh, Moravcik's going to be in again here. Where are Rangers? Lubomir Moravcik. Is he going to get a second? You better believe he is. It's a double for Moravcik, and Celtic are heading for their first win over Rangers at Ibrox for 6.5 years.
I couldn't have showed any more composure in. Wonderful finish by a wonderful footballer. Fernando Rickson caught with a flick on here. As the ball was played forward to young Maloney, it's a delightful flick on to release Moravcik. Checks back inside Rickson. Stefan Klos probably expecting it to go back across him to the far post and beating it his near side. A wonderful finish.
The season just gets better and better and better for Celtic Football Club. But hang on, because here's Tugai and surely Flo. Tugai, and they still can't get an attempt in. Celtic looking for a flag, I think, which wasn't forthcoming at one point. Fernandez. Richardson could be the outlet here. Alberts in towards Wallace, Tugai, Ferguson, Flo. Celtic determined to shut out Rangers, but Newman delivers, and Douglas says, thank you very much, I'll have that one, and with a quarter of an hour to go at Ibrox, Celtic are 2-0 up, and that was the score when they last beat Rangers here in August 1994. John Collins and Paul McStay on the score sheet that day. Lubomir Moravcik with both this day. Alberts away by Valharan. Larson. He could be away with a burst of pace, but credit to Wilson. Richardson and Larson had a little bit of a...
Yeah, a bit of after-say range. Stuart Dougal having a good look at it as well.
There's Fabrice Fernandez. Newman. Rod Wallace. Ramon Vega in the way though, and Rod Wallace will probably have nightmares about that first half header that he somehow managed to steer past the post.
Fernando Rickson and Henrik Larsson getting involved there after Scott Wilson had challenged Larsson. Not a great deal on that, I have to say. Henrik Larsson far from amused though.
Alberts delivers, Douglas collects, and here is the 2-goal hero, Moravcik. Still to sort out his future, but it looks like he'll be hanging around, especially after today. 35 years of age now, and it is a shame, as we often say, that we've caught him at the tail end of his career, a career spent largely in French football, which is mysterious. You might have expected him to be on a bigger stage than that, with respect to the French. Here they go again, but the flag will go up this time.
Well, there are times here you wonder if it's ice that courses through the veins of Lubomir Moravcik, because as he picks this up, running always with his head up, you see there, checks inside Rickson, has another look, and as Klos was expecting it to go across him, Just tucks it inside the near post. What a terrific finish.
Marabczyk on a hat-trick, of course. The last league hat-trick in an Old Firm game was scored by Celtic's Stevie Chalmers in 1966. Newman. Two-guy might have a pop at goal, but it was blocked by Ramon Vega. Rangers cried handball. Stuart Dougal had a good view.
It certainly wasn't intentional. If it was Adam ball lane, he didn't know anything about it.
Well, for the closing stages, Sky Digital viewers can check out Henrik Larsson in close-up on the player cam as he looks for his 50th goal of the season. The Rangers fans would quite like this season to end ASAP. The Celtic fans, well, they're happy for it to go on, and it will go on until the final day, the Tennent's Scottish Cup final against Hibs at the end of May. The treble looms for Martin O'Neill's Celtic. It's come off Lambert. Rangers so frustrated. Second best again, and Alberts has tripped Maloney.
Might be looking at a yellow card here, George Alberts. And it's just the quick feet of the youngster. He is so sharp. We're lucky if he doesn't get a yellow here, George Alberts.
I think he's getting away with it.
Yeah, Stuart Dougal's doing him a turn, you have to say.
Lambert. Here is Maloney. Relishing every minute of his debut. Moravcik. Lennon and Newman together, and it came off Neil Lennon.
Rangers have had more of the ball in, but that'll be of no consolation whatsoever to Dick Advocaat, who I think today will have learned again that he doesn't have the right mix up front. In the absence of Michael Moles, they have no one to go in behind. Played a lot of pretty passes in front of the Celtic rearguard, but haven't hurt them.
Fernandes finds Rickson, and that really sums it up for Rangers. Another disappointing day in a very disappointing season for Dick Advocaat and Rangers. 10 minutes to restore some much-needed pride. He had it his own way for his first 2 seasons in charge, but Martin O'Neill has crashed into Glasgow and wrestled the silverware away from Ibrox. And now there's a rather nasty collision. Both of them are hurt.
I just want something Stuart Dougal want to work with Fernando Rickson when he recovers here. And it's the right elbow that I think is going to get him into bother once he's on his feet. Thompson felt the full weight of that. He's had a few sore ones today.
Thompson up, and when Rickson does get up, Stuart Dougal will be waiting for him. Stuart Dougal has sent off 5 players this season, 3 of them Rangers players. Mind you, he also sent off Zinedine Zidane and Edgar Davids on one of his European excursions. Just a yellow card for Fernando Rickson this time. And it's come late in the game. Had it come a little earlier, he might have been worried about his continued presence on the field. Although he is a bit of a changed character, the long suspension that he had ensured that the message got home, I think. Moravcik. Celtic can do no wrong. Their only domestic defeat of the season came here in November. They were thrashed 5-1. The following midweek they went to Hibs and got a 0-0 draw, but that was the start of a 24-match unbeaten run. What a response, and that solitary defeat is about to be exorcised, it seems, today.
I think they came here to play cautiously, and I think they would have taken a draw off you. But should they leave here with a 2-0 win, Martin O'Neill will be absolutely delighted.
Flo. Oh, it's going to break for Ramon Vega. Celtic could be on their way again. Here's Maloney. Moravcik and Larsson waiting for a centre. Larsson leaves it. Moravcik away towards Alan Thompson. Thompson's cross, and Maloney coming in on it, and Stefan Klos had to push that behind as Celtic went in the hunt for another with the teenager once more.
Terrific ball in from Thompson, who needs just half a yard to get this kind of ball in. Tight angle for Maloney, didn't do him any favours, but enough to bring out a saving Klos.
Sean Maloney will remember this day all of his life. And well done, Martin O'Neill, for giving him the opportunity to shine in such a massive game. Agat gives it back to Thompson. Here's Lambert. Celtic waiting to bring on Jackie McNamara for Moravcik, I think. Celtic just happily passing it around. Maloney. Every pass being cheered by the visiting supporters, who, being such a modest lot, have hardly mentioned the fact that they're champions here this afternoon. Baiting the Rangers fans, something they've not been able to do too often in recent times. Celtic could well make their change now. Jackie McNamara. In fact, he won't be able to come on just yet. Newman. Alberts. Given away to Moravcik. Maloney. Lennon. Larsson. Across to Moravcik. He's not got the free kick. He's actually gone the other way, and Rangers are not hanging around. They don't have time to. Flo lost his way.
Terrific defending there. Good way Jack managed to get himself back to help out Mjällby.
Inside the final 5 minutes, and the game is over for Lubomir Moravcik, but he has also ensured that the game is over for Rangers, it seems. Moravcik makes way for Jackie McNamara. His 2 goals, leaving Celtic on the verge of their first win here since 1994 over their arch rivals. Mjällby. Larsson, his fellow Swede. Agat takes over. Larsson into the middle, and Jackie McNamara trying to barge his way in. It comes to Thompson. Away by Ferguson. Here's Tugai. Oh, Tugai stumbled. McNamara slips it through. Henrik Larsson round the keeper. The angles have been acute, but that doesn't matter. He's done it. It's a fabulous 50 goals in a season for Henrik Larsson, and that is the perfect end to a perfect day in a perfect season.
That's still a marvellous finishing, because the angle eventually does him no favours at all here. Tugai caught in possession. Jackie McNamara looking for a runner. Larsson shows enough composure to get round the keeper, tucks it away, and, well, I think we've used all the adjectives for this man, Ian. And once again, it's a special finish from a very special striker. And the day continues to get better for this Celtic side.
He's now scored in 4 of the 5 Old Firm games this season, his 9th in 15 matches against Rangers, and his 50th goal of a simply sensational season for the Swede. The Rangers fans are trying to stir things up by singing away, but they have been well beaten here by 3 second-half goals. Ferguson towards Tugai. Alberts, and it was Newman who had a shot a goal, but nothing doing for Rangers, and that's been a familiar story for so much of the season.
Yeah, I think Rangers just went into the showers now. Get out a few, forget about this season, start again.
Tom Boyd lifted the Scottish Premier League trophy last week. He's going to come on for the man who takes his armband when Boyd is on the bench. Paul Lambert is coming off, and on comes Tom Boyd. His 39th Old Firm game. He's only won 10 of them, but even though he's only going to play a couple of minutes, he'll be able to up that count to 11.
Well, a sound afternoon for Paul Lambert as well, in beside Neil Lennon there. And Celtic have been far more willing in front of goal, certainly in the second half, as you can see there. Scored with the first attempt at goal this afternoon. And far more accurate as well than Rangers.
There will be 2 minutes of added on time. Rangers wouldn't care if the game finished now. Larsson, hang on, he might not have finished yet. Henrik Larsson, barging in again, and this time it's straight at Kloss.
It's just a change of pace there again, and he's not the quickest, but it's that delightful change of pace that buys him that bit of space to get the shot in again.
Barry Ferguson, the Rangers captain, he'll feel this one, he'll be hurting badly. Had to hold back a little bit in his second half after his yellow card earlier on. Just 2 minutes of added on time then. Rangers looking for a consolation, but it would be scant consolation. They've been taken apart in the second half by their oh-so-fierce rivals. Ferguson's pass is going to drift behind, giving you a chance to name your man of the match.
Well, Lubo Moravcik will make most of the headlines in, but for me, Johan Mjalby today has been absolutely outstanding. And, you know, a lot of us at the beginning of the season thought he might not have a future under Martin O'Neill, but he really has been a star for him this season. This particular match is right up his street. He's had a terrific match. He's my Bank of Scotland man of the match.
Well, the Rangers fans are already on their way home. Rest assured that what's happened this season will have an effect on Rangers. They'll be back, ready to mount a huge challenge next season, I'm sure. In fact, the title race next season should be a fascinating one. For Dick Advocaat, though, this just sums it all up, I guess. Roll on the summer for Rangers. Celtic, though, still have some business to take care of. 3 more league games to see out, and then the Scottish Cup final against Hibs. Hibs will give them a game, that's for sure, but you wouldn't rule out a treble. Tugai drags it well wide. Well, the last Celtic manager to beat Rangers at Ibrox was Tommy Burns in 1994. Wim Janssen, Dr Joe Venglos, John Barnes and Kenny Dalglish have all failed since. But Martin O'Neill is going to succeed thanks to the man just behind him, Lubomir Moravcik, whose 2 goals put Celtic firmly in control. And then, of course, up popped Henrik Larsson. It's all over. Martin O'Neill and Celtic rule in Glasgow this season. Lubomir Moravcik with a dainty double put Celtic on their way to their first win over Rangers at Ibrox for 6.5 years. And no wonder he's all smiles, because Henrik Larsson finally made it to the big 5-0, 50 goals in a spectacular season. The Celtic fans must be wondering if it can get better than this, but they will know that it can, because they have the Scottish Cup final coming up in a month's time. The Celtic players make their way towards their supporters, who will certainly make the most of this. So often second best to Rangers in recent times. It's they who are simply the best now. One of their fans had a banners pointed at the Rangers fans saying simply depressed. Lubomir Moravcik with Celtic's first attempt on goal, and there he was again, turning inside Rickson and scoring a second. Jackie McNamara came on as a sub, slipped it through to Henrik Larsson. It looked a little bit tight for him, but nothing is too tight for him, really. 50 goals for Henrik Larsson this season, and it really was champion stuff by Celtic in the second half, and you can see what it means to Neil Lennon, and you can see what it means to them. It finishes at Ibrox. Rangers 0, Celtic 3.
What a time to be a Celtic fan. Can their season get any better? I doubt it. Well, more live action, wouldn't it? One half of the city heads home happy, the other half totally depressed, and the blue half are the ones who are depressed, because Celtic have come here, and for the first time in 6.5 years, and they've waited long enough, haven't they? They've won here, and they've won well by 3-0. Morten Weghorst is there, Alan Stubbs is there, Chris Sutton is there, and they are chuffed to bits because Celtic have won, and they can't move at the moment, they can't leave, because it is absolute deadlock here at Ibrox. Celtic have won the day. So at Ibrox, just to recap, it's been Celtic's day, and what a day. 3-0, they've won here. Moravcik, Magic and Larsson with another mind-bending goal. And he's done it again, and they've done it again. It just keeps on getting better for Martin O'Neill. We've had 4 bookings this afternoon, but I think we're agreed, Alan and Charlie, and I think that Stuart Dougal handled this one very, very well. Ferguson, Rickson, Moore and Neil Lennon of Celtic, they were booked. But it didn't really ever boil over at any stage, and that's always good news. No one seemed to be in the mood to do something special in the first half. As a result of that, it was goalless, but it came to life in the second half, didn't it? Step in Moravcik and Larsson, and step in now Moravcik and Larsson. They're both with David Tanner.
Henrik, did you prove a few points today?
No, I mean, yeah. We didn't really have any pressure on us today. We won the league already. You can't come here under better circumstances. And first half was quite scrappy. We didn't create that many chances, but then the boy here next to me did 2 absolutely brilliant things, and that's why I love to play with him.
Lubomir, were you happy to go in at half-time on level terms with all the possession and chances that Rangers had?
I think we had a very good discipline in the first half. We had not a lot of chances, but we kept 0-0. At second half, we said we have chance maybe win game after one good chance. But Henrik set up me very good chance. I scored.
Did you look forward to coming here? Perhaps you might not have done that in the past.
Sorry?
Did you look forward to coming to Ibrox? I know often Celtic teams have not enjoyed coming here.
Yeah, but what Henrik said, we had not really pressure. We came here make a good game and try to win and finish well this season.
Henrik, were the players motivated by some of the pre-match comments which came from some of the Rangers players?
I didn't read them, so I don't know what they were, so you have to enlighten me there.
I know that Jörg Alberts was quoted as saying that Celtic only won the title because Rangers had so many injuries this season. Did that motivate some of the lads? I know Neil Lennon for one said he was.
Oh, I mean, if he believes that, that's up to him. We obviously have another view about that. I think we've been the best side in Scotland this year, and we've been playing the best football, I think, and that just shows out here today again.
The 50 goal mark, you didn't seem as though you were too bothered about breaking Charlie's record, but what does it mean to you to get 50 goals?
No, I mean, that's the first time, obviously, that I get that, and get it here. It feels good. I've had a few chances recently in the league against Hearts where I didn't score, and well, I got one in the end today. Great ball from Jackie, and I'm just pleased about it.
I don't know if you're a gambling man, but would you put money on you being Player of the Year tonight at the PFA dinner?
I don't know. We have to wait to see what's going to happen there. I don't know.
Is a new contract for you just a formality?
I haven't signed anything yet, so we have to wait to see what's going to happen there.
Blue Ball, for you, what would it take for you? What would it take for you to stay on next season at Celtic?
I don't know. I'm happy finish well this season. When I sign the next week, we will see what's happening next season.
And now it's the treble?
It's a long way to go. Hibs want to have something to say in that as well, I think. So we have to be focused for that game when it comes, and we have to wait and see what's going to happen.
Fellas, thanks.
Okay, welcome.
Larson Moravcik with David Tanner there, and they can write their own checks, I think, now. Celtic supporters, Charlie, leaving in droves and leaving so happy. And it's great to see this afternoon that, you know, obviously
it's tremendous for them,
it's a typical Old Firm rivalry, Charlie, but nothing ever kicked off inside the stadium, which is always good.
The Rangers fans can take it whatever way they like, but the simple truths are that Celtic have won this by a mile. They have been by far the most dominant team, not just in Glasgow but in the country. And today was another case of first half was a bit scrappy. You know, no attempts in goal from Celtic. Second half, 7 attempts, 6 in target. They are the superior side. Rangers have got 6 or 7 players, I think, to get into that team because that team doesn't look a strong side at all. Whereas on the other hand, Celtic are looking very strong. The foundations are looking good. They've got a manager who now knows exactly what he wants. It could not be a better time for the Celtic fans.
Charlie's right. I mean, Alan, if you're a Rangers fan, and you are, you're heading home tonight thinking, why did I bother turning up today? What is the future here?
Yeah, they'll be very depressed, as obviously one of the banners said. They've came here looking to restore some pride, and it's just not happened.
And why is that? They don't seem to be playing as a unit.
I think he was the key today. Great first goal. He's played up, he's done the run, and he's ran beyond the strikers, which no Rangers player did today at all.
But Charlie made a good point. In the first half, Celtic didn't have an effort on goal, Alan. So that says a lot. I mean, obviously O'Neill shook them up at half.
It's players, Alan, isn't it? I mean, it's up to the players to go out and make the issue of the game. Ferguson and Alberts can try so much, and we see Barry Ferguson's great attempt in the first half, nice piece of imagination and vision. But the players in the second half, they're absolutely going through the motions, the Rangers players at the moment.
That's it, and when you're playing here like 40-odd thousand, I'm not going to accept that. Next
Quite
year,
rightly.
I don't know how many players will still be left from that side.
I wouldn't say too many. And these are the type of results that put managers under severe pressure. Far more pressure than they would like to think at this time of the season. Could have been a different game if Rod Wallace scores this goal. We know that. It's such a fine line in an Old Firm derby, even when we say there's nothing at stake. That's how fine a line it is, because he scores that, it could have been Rangers' day.
So Charlie, probably for the first time in his managerial career, Advocat is under serious pressure.
I think he's under severe pressure. Today has not done anything to take away the pressures that he's been under. He will be under scrutiny. The type of players that he buys, the players that he's brought in this season, not the other campaigns, but mainly this season, have not done it. Conterman, Rickson in particular, have not done it at the top level. It's not been good enough. He's paid a lot of money for them, and there's other players who we don't quite know if they're staying. They're going. Rod Wallace is on possible Bosman. You've got other people like Amoruso who's threatened to go. He was going to West Ham, then he didn't go. What is going on? This club has to be sorted out, and that club looks as if it really needs a major overhaul. Dick Advocat, I like him. I like his honesty. He's a talented coach, but he's got a lot of work to go.
And Alan, he doesn't have a player like Moravcik.
Or
is
Larson.
that fair to say? Or Larson. And that's the difference, isn't it?
That is, especially as Charlie says, it's a fine line in the Old Firm games. Wallace's chance goes a begging. Celtic's first shot on target goal. Second one was another.
How can they leave it as simple as that? He says to me to pass it in to the feet of Larson.
You can't let play the Larson capability to get the ball at his feet at the 18-yard box. Just can't. And again, a great chance here.
It shows the disarray that Rangers are in this. I mean, 3 against 1. Unfortunately for the kid, it's not too early for him. It's just a case that nerves can still be there, the witness of nerves, and the feeling is he's probably saying to himself, I mean, Lambert must have got to get there. Quite right, son, have a go. You'll learn, that's experience, you'll pick up. The next time he gets in that position, he'll be more prepared for it.
It was a nice touch by O'Neill introducing the youngster, wasn't it, Alan?
Yeah,
It was lovely.
I have to say about this,
And
kids
what
at home,
about that?
kids at home, watch this. The reason that we go on about being 250 is exactly this example. He's not the quickest, and it's not great defending, but he's so assured that he can take it from left to right. He drags the keeper out because his balance and his confidence is there. I can go right, I can go left. Perfect. It's talent at the
Charlie,
highest
when
level.
Venglos brought him here, everybody said, well, who is Lubomir Moravcik? We certainly know who he is.
Well,
now,
we know
don't we?
that there's been some bargains this season. I think Sutton's been a bargain in certain respects. So is Valharin, a gap, 50 grand. I still think the best piece of business. Unfortunately, the manager never always got the claim for it. And Dr. Joseph Venglos, but I think he's been the best piece of business along with this guy.
I think he could be maybe the best at 650. What a buy. Mr. Larson is
Yeah, well,
50
actually,
goals.
we could probably debate all day, couldn't we? Because there's been some great. But again, the signings that's made by Martin O'Neill have been successful. The signings this season for Dick have been pretty dire at times, and there's not a great deal that the manager can do about that, other than change it this summer. Long summer for Rangers.
Not half, Charlie. O'Neill very happy. Well, the gap now is 21 points, and that was Rangers' winning margin last season, curiously. But there are still 3 games to go. Rangers still need a win to get that Champions League spot. Dundee and Hibs have just kicked off at Dens Park this afternoon. But here at Ibrox, undeniably, it's Celtic's day, it's Moravcik's day, it's Larsson's day. He's done it again. Rangers need to regroup and rethink big time. More reaction coming your way after this. Here from Martin O'Neill, he must be delighted. He's with David Tanner.
Martin, in a championship-winning season of remarkable performances, how does that one rate?
I thought we were terrific, absolutely brilliant, especially second half. The game could have gone either way first half. Once we got the opening goal, obviously Rangers had to come really at us, opened up a few gaps, and we exploited those. But players have been brilliant, and that just caps a super season for us.
At half-time, were you actually quite relieved to go in on level terms?
Well, actually, they themselves had the one good chance. Perhaps I think that Wallace might have scored the header. Outside that, they hadn't caused us any immeasurable problems or anything like that. It was a matter of us getting ourselves galvanised, getting our own game together, which we did in the second half.
Henrik Larsson told us earlier that the pressure was off Celtic, so it made it easier today. Was that the way it seemed to you?
Well, no, it didn't seem like that. I understand exactly what he was saying, because we were, perhaps maybe because we were quite relaxed, maybe that showed in our play early on in the game. But I mean, we're in control of the match, and to come here to Rangers and be in control of the game is something quite special.
Did you expect more from Rangers today?
I'm not. I couldn't expect any more from our team.
Will extending Henrik Larsson's contract be the best bit of paperwork you'll ever do?
Well, it was a magnificent goal. I don't know what record that is. I think that's his 50th goal this season, which is great for him. Old-timer Moravcik ended up with 2 great goals himself. And I think all the players who have been brilliant for us this season deserve all the accolades going.
Johan Mjolby got the Bank of Scotland Man of the Match today. What did you think of his performance?
The man of the match? Yeah, well done. You know, easy for you to say. But he was superb. He has been all season, and I was delighted for him especially.
What about Sean Maloney? Did he do more than enough to justify his inclusion?
Oh, very much so. I mean, the lad's got great talent. In fact, I probably expected him to score the goal, or at least I expected him to get a little touch, that one that might have made it 2-0 at the time, where we had a 3-1 situation. Henrik unselfishly laid it off to him. I thought Maloney was in there. I thought he would do it, and or as I said earlier, I thought he would just take the extra touch and maybe put it into the net. As it turns out, he scuffed it. But listen, this lad's got a future ahead of him.
What does it do for the mentality of everyone at the football club to finally come and win here after 6 troublesome years?
Yeah, well, that hadn't really bothered me. It wasn't in the back of my mind or anything like that. Obviously, it's important for our fans that that they can go and celebrate. It's a terrific victory for us. We're well merited. But we know now that we've got a couple of other games to negotiate, and obviously, main match now is the Scottish Cup final.
What kind of reaction do you expect next season from Rangers?
Oh, I would expect a big reaction, no doubt about it. You know, they're a powerful outfit, and it's been our year this year, you know. But we'll try and enjoy it during the summertime, and just be prepared for battle the next season, which I know that Rangers will come roaring back.
Do you think it'll be tougher to make it 2 in a row than it would be just to win this season?
To win a championship at any given stage will be mightily tough, you know, very, very tough indeed. And we would have to start again. I'm hoping that our mentality would be the same. But listen, that's late July, early August time. Plenty of time to think about it between now and then.
Martin, well done today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David.
What else can he do? Alan McLaren, at the end of the day, he's right. They didn't cause Celtic problems, and that's the story of the game, isn't it?
Yeah, not at all. First half, I thought they were in command. Rangers had a lot of possession, but never threatened. And second half, unfortunately for every Rangers fan out there, it was all Celtic.
He's got to nail down Larsson big time, hasn't he, Charlie? And I'm sure he will.
No, he doesn't. He's got 2 years of Larsson. He can take his time with Henrik. Henrik will be the one. If he wants to force the issue and get the contract will be there for him. There's no doubt about that. Keep dressing room harmony, Jim. It's vital. You have Mjällby, man of the match today, quite rightly so. Had a tremendous season. Looked as if he was struggling for a future under a Martin O'Neill. He's got a year to go. He's been waiting for his contract for 6 or 7 weeks. Get him sorted. Keep the balance and the feeling and the spirit in the dressing room right. Henrik Larsson will eventually sign, unless Barcelona or one of the major teams come in, and he's told us himself, Henrik Larsson, that he doesn't expect that to happen. The longer we keep Larsson here, the more grateful we all are. Of course that is the case, but there is no rush.
Alan, I think he's right about that, about Larsson, but what about Moravcik? How much of a handful is he? When you see he's finishing this afternoon, as an ex-defender yourself, how difficult is he to combat?
As Charlie said earlier on, 2-footed. You don't know where to push him, we don't know to push him left, right. It's a great run. He's got beyond Barry. Barry can't touch him. Another thing, he's always running with his head up. He knows what's around him.
Yeah, good spot.
Great vision.
The thing that would annoy me is that Barry Ferguson, and most midfield players in particular, tend to lose runners off the ball. Watch Torrey Andre Flo here. He's in a picture.
Yeah.
You should not have strikers back in these key areas, not unless they're just there for the aerial threat. Otherwise, don't have them there. Central defenders have the knowledge, they have the talent. Defending is an art. And at this moment in time, that's why Rangers defensively will always be under scrutiny, because they get forwards back in areas where defenders should be.
You used to practice an art form then?
Very much so.
He's an artist. He's an artist. But at the end of the day, you could see it, that the way that the second half progressed, Alan, Rangers became further and further and further out of the picture, didn't they?
Yeah, he took Conterman off, then Amaruso got injured and eventually went man for man at the back. I think that's just asking for trouble, and they got it. They had to chase the game, they had to push forward, but if you've got the little lad Maloney came on, he looked like he was quite lively, and you had Larsson.
Yeah.
Moravcik just done his usual, little bit of flowing, and then gets his second goal.
Well, Charlie, this is going to be interesting. Let's hear from Dick Advocat like we've never heard from him before. He's with David Tanner.
Dick, that was Celtic's first win at Ibrox for over 6 years. How do you account for that?
Well, I think the game was quite equal till the first goal. I think also the first half, I think we had the best chance with Rodney Wallace. You know, as a football player, if you score that goal, that gives you a lift as a team, as an individual. We didn't score. First half, quite equal on both sides, but it was a game who would score the first goal would be the winner, and after they scored the 1-0, it's very difficult to come back.
How preventable do you feel the goals were?
Yeah, well, the first goal, that was the key factor, and yeah, well, in that kind of games you get that kind of goals, all the 3 goals. But again, I feel it by myself, if you get the chance to score the goal, you don't do it. They get the first open chance. With Maraz was not an open chance, but he scored 1-0. Yeah, and then for football players, it's quite difficult. It's not good, but it's quite difficult to come back.
Some of the players were expressing themselves quite freely in the way up the tunnel at the end of the game. Dick, did you point the finger of blame in the dressing room too?
No, I didn't. As a coach, you never do that after the game. If you have to say something, you have to do that tomorrow, because the emotions are still there.
It's taken you until really the end of April to see the back 3 together, Moore, Amaruso and Conterman. What did you think of the way they worked together?
Well, I think the first half they played excellent. They didn't give a chance away. The problem was we couldn't make the pressure up front and midfield, but that was the same with Celtic.
How difficult is it going to be to get a formula that works up front for Rangers?
Sorry?
How difficult will it be to get a formula that works up front for Rangers?
There's nothing to do with formula. that has to do with the individual qualities.
How do you get that to work then?
Well, that's what I know.
Lorenzo Amoruso was taken off. How bad is his injury?
Yeah, I don't think that is very seriously, but probably he can play again next week, so let's wait and see.
Are you desperate, Dick, just to get this season over and done with now?
Already before the game, I said already a couple of weeks ago, we have to get the second place and then hopefully as quick as possible to start again with the next season, because it sounds strange, but we're all looking forward to that new season.
Dick, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Dick Avocat there with David Tanner. He talks about quality, Alan, and when you see the quality of Moravcik's second goal, you think, yeah, that's what Rangers don't have.
At the present moment, they don't have that. Celtic do, and Moravcik and Larsson. But Rickson gets caught with just a little flick on. Moravcik's on him, as Charlie says. You don't know where to push him, left or right. Cuts back in. Again, he's got his head up, knows where Kloss is. Simple goal by a very special player.
And the lovely thing is, Charlie, it was a kid, Maloney, who flicked it on.
It was, yeah. He looked lively, but you just have to admire quality. I mean, we hear Davey and Ian Crocker every week when we do Celtic say, where has this guy been all our life? He must have been some player in his heyday. We know that was based in France, but if only you would have came a couple of years earlier ago.
And his son plays for the boys' club, so it might.
Yeah, he's joined Celtic boys' club, so many successful players have played there, you know.
And then the icing on the Celtic cake, if you like, with Larsson inevitably getting in on the act. Alan, talk us through this. How good is this finish?
Yeah, two guys lost it to Jackie McNamara. Very simple, slide ball through. Kloss has made his mind up, but as we say, if Moravcik's a special player, then Larsson is probably just as good, if not better.
Actually, Charlie, Kloss wants away. He knows it's going to happen, doesn't he?
He is totally a world-class finisher and striker, Henrik Larsson. There is absolutely no doubt about that. But absolutely shocking defending from Rangers. But this man has just been absolutely brilliant to watch this season. I think he'll stroll both Player of the Year awards, and he merits it.
Charlie, how good can Celtic get from here?
I think they have a wonderful opportunity. I think Rangers based it when Graham Souness came to this stadium here, Ibrox, and started turning around, and under a great influence with David Murray, who's still there, we realised that Rangers had a financial muscle and a belief that they could take it quite a step forward. That did produce its rewards in certain ways, not in Europe, but they nearly got there sometimes. And I think Celtic now have the same opportunity to come and dominate in Scotland. Now, David Murray hopefully will speak to someone at Sky Sports in the next couple of weeks, because he needs to address the problems that sit the club and the fans want to hear, because otherwise
you're right,
Celtic will dominate.
We're coming for you, Mr. Murray. Alan, if you're a Rangers fan, and we've discussed this, what is there?
Next season, as Dick says, that's the only thing I can look forward to. Secure second place, Champions League, hopefully, and then a new season.
You can still smile. Okay, that's it from us for this afternoon, but there's more live football coming up right now on Sky Sports 1 and Sky Sports Extra when Blackburn take on Portsmouth. And we're back on Tuesday from 6:30 on Sky Sports 1 with Inside Scottish